Yeah, bro, Plata, everybody. We have people in the chat early, too. Shout out to the always stalwart of the YouTubes, D-Rest. We are now Tim Bro and Ray Bro. I think that'll stick. That's gonna happen.
I'm fine with that. Like my first AOL name back when I was a child, a youngin', was like Timro something. I don't know what I came up with that from. It was like TIMRO. So that was the thing. So yeah, Timbro makes sense. Ray.
Yes,
Ray,
sir.
I'm excited for today because I'm always excited. But guess what? I have a new co-host. You want to see?
Oh yeah.
Lady, Lola. There she is.
Aww. Got
That's
a doggy.
That's Lola. My family's all on vacation. I'm here, so I'm watching their dog, my brother's dog. That's Lola. She's a sweetheart. So she seems sad all the time. I mean, I would say it was like my fault because she misses everyone. She probably does. That makes sense. But she always seems sad. I think this is kind of how she is. I don't think she's actually sad. She's just, I don't know. She's just a submissive dog that likes to sleep a lot. So she's a good girl.
She's just like her big brother. Submissive and likes to sleep a lot.
I don't know how submissive I am, but I just like to sleep a lot.
Oh, buddy, how you doing?
How am I do? Fine, dude. I'm fine. Like, fine. Why? Is there a reason you were asking? Did something happen?
Just...
Right before we came on, because it was only about 10 seconds before we came on, but Ray was listening to some sort of video, and all I heard was Omega, and I'm like, okay, the word Omega. I'm like, okay, obviously he's listening to some hardcore nerdy nerd shit. I don't know what it is.
Shout out to Comics Explained. I think he's somewhere in Ohio, if I remember, because he went to Columbus with like his girlfriend or something at the time. We are D-Rest is already going. We're starting with the death drinking. Yes, we are, sir.
Well, it's just normal. Today is just normal drinking. You know, the first thing I pulled up when I hit some news is De La Hoya on Belfort fight. I don't know what I got myself into. That's true. I think De La Hoya is going to get beat up. I mean, listen. If Vitor I mean, listen, he's not a boxer, but I'm like, however, if any, like, of the two, which of them could probably win a fight against someone who's currently making money fighting? I mean, probably Belfort. He probably could beat a couple people, right? De La Hoya probably not. So even though it's a boxing match, which leans to De La Hoya, and he was he was a fantastic boxer and technical boxer, absolutely fantastic, in ways that Vitor will not be. But Vitor can still probably crack, so that could be a problem.
I can definitely see if this is TRT tour, De La Hoya is going to be knocked back into a dress.
He's going to die. Yeah. It may be. I don't know what. I don't know. De
La Hoya will be wearing those high heels.
I don't know if anyone's over.
If it's TRT tour.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any. Probably not even any drug testing at all. So he's probably gonna. Yeah, he's probably gonna have muscles on his teeth again.
Yeah, his eyes will be. His eyes won't be bugged out. They just will have their own individual biceps. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Sure.
Oh, so fun. Did you see Anthony Joshua and Oyu or whatever his fucking name is, the guy that they were in talks with before or after the Tyson Fury meltdown happened?
Right.
That's going to be August 24th at Tottenham Stadium, which is going to be kind of cool. They're going to have boxing in a soccer stadium again for the first time in a year. So I'm excited for that.
That's cool. They'll probably sell that out. I mean, Joshua sold out Wembley, and I don't remember who he fought. Like, it doesn't matter who he's fighting. He's a giant star over there. So, yeah. That's cool. I mean, that's absolutely where he should be fighting Fury, but it won't happen because so much money is going to be thrown at them from the oil princes so that they're going to do it in Saudi Arabia or something, which makes sense. I would do the same thing if I was a fighter. I'm like, yes, who has the most money? Sure. Even though, like, man, that would be great if that was at Wembley. How great would that be to be there? I want to go to a big sporting event. You know what? I say it all the time, but I did look to see when tickets go on sale for UFC 266. It's in Vegas again, and it's what is it? It's Volkanovski, Ortega, and Valentina, and the girl she's gonna kill. So Lauren Murphy. But
Yeah.
I like Lauren Murphy, and she deserves that title shot. No one expects her to win, so it's okay. As long as she comes out alive, and it's a win for her. I mean, I know she wants to win, and I know she's going to train hard to try to win, but they all do. But Valentina's just a monster, and the only person I think that could fight with her is Amanda Nunes. And
yeah, I would love to see her go back up to 135 to challenge
she'll have
Amanda.
to. She'll have to. It's probably going to happen. It kind of has to happen.
Do you imagine the beefiness at 145 though? The thickness
too big
of Valentina Shevchenko at 145?
I don't even know if she's 145 right now. She probably is, but
still hot.
She's hot anyway.
Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of videos of her on the Instagram and the YouTubes dancing. That's always fun.
She's the hottest dancer in UFC.
Probably true.
She commands 100s on the pole. She does not command dollars, sir. Like she's hot.
Amanda Hebus was a dancer at one point too. I mean, I think she stopped doing martial arts for a brief period of time because she was dancing. I believe that's true. I don't know how long because she obviously got back into it. But I think there was a part of it when she was young, she just was a dancer. Anyway, not that kind of dancer, right? Not the kind of dancer you want her to be.
No.
That'd be fun though. No, okay. It's blah blah blah. I'll get to talking eventually. Paige Van Zant was on Dancing with the Stars. I want to see Valentina on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
take everybody down. Take them all down because she's ultra competitive.
I was about to say, and she's better than like.
I would watch that then. I'd watch
that. Gay British guy would give her a 10 every single episode.
Well, you'd hope so. Well, she deserved it. I'm sure she would. Hopefully they put her with someone who can keep up with her, her professional dance partner,
She starts throwing him around.
Tossing him.
It's Valentina. You took control of the situation.
Apparently, like on Dance with the Stars for a while, they were having problems with like the celebrities and their professional dance partners fucking each other. So that was the whole thing. Like it happened a lot. It was happening all the time.
I mean, who does not want to have sex with Betty White or Cloris Leachman? Seriously.
Right. Emmett Smith, Frankie Muniz. No.
Oh, I guarantee you.
Emmett Smith was. I think Emmett Smith won. Emmett Smith had great footwork. I didn't watch very much of it. I just saw Emmett Smith highlights. I remember when Jeff Ross was on one year. He got kicked off the first episode.
Well, we're comedians. We don't have rhythm outside of doing time.
He did. It was super bad. But they brought him back to roast everybody at the end. And he actually had some funny. I can't remember any of them. He had one about Clay Aiken that was pretty funny. I can't remember. Not important. But he was on there.
What'd you do this weekend besides watch fights?
Nothing. I mean, I had the animals, so I had to figure out how to. And the cat's down here now too. So yeah, that's a thing. They're very needy. They've been bothering me the entire time. I think there's gonna be a cat dog fight. She's got right into the dog's face. So the dog's been pretty cool. The cat's been bothering the dog, but kind of forgetting that the dog could destroy her. But
yeah, it's almost like a Gollum situation where it's just okay, we're gonna run.
I went to the bar Friday. My buddy was playing guitar at the bar by my house. You've been there, 5 Barrel.
Yeah.
I went there. I had one beer. Decided I didn't want to be there anymore. One of those things. Like I felt like all day. I'm like, I'm gonna go out and see Adam play guitar. So I went. I had one, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I'm tired. Just not feeling it. So I went to Taco Bell and went home. So that was Friday. That was fun. And then Saturday was just watching fights.
Nice.
I actually think I slept through the fights and watched them later. I did.
I saw a part on Saturday. The only fight I saw was Quarantillo. I saw part of the Quarantillo fight.
That was good.
And then I also watched the first round of Miesha Tate because I was at Presque Isle Downs in Erie. And I have to say, sir, they have kiosks at Presque Isle Downs for betting.
For what? Oh, they do. They have
sports betting. Yeah, they have kiosks now that has like a roller ball, like you're playing asteroids and shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
What do you do? You just put cash in it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And they give you a ticket.
Yeah.
Where do you cash it out? At the counter, like everything else?
Yeah. They have a separate thing that if there's like overflow or like there's somebody taking too long, they'll change them out. But it's primarily for the sports betting at Presque Isle Downs.
That's cool. Yeah, because that's in Pennsylvania, so they can do that there. Hopefully, eventually it comes here because I want it. Listen, I want it to be like it is in Europe, where like down, I can go through a beer drive-through down the street from me. I should also be able to go to a gambling parlor right there and place a bet. So be able to drive 5 minutes from my house, place a bet, go watch the fight, and go back later or the next day and cash it out if I win.
Yeah,
right. That's how things are in Europe. They're all over the place. That's what I want. A lot of people don't want that. They don't want it to be that easy. But right now, I want it to be that way because I don't have a gambling problem currently. But that happened when I have one. Yeah, I'd place a lot of bets probably. I don't know about a lot of bets, but I say it all the time. If I was bored on a Wednesday, especially like on the winter, I would like look at who's playing basketball. You got Bowling Green, Kent State. Let's do it. $20 on it. Now I'm excited for it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm excited for it.
And Erie's only an hour from my house. Like where I live, I'm literally like an hour, maybe 20 from Erie, PA, and Presque Isle Downs.
Yeah, I mean it's about an hour and a half for me to Wheeling. So yeah, if I wanted to place a bet that bad, I could have, But
Friday, I performed a last minute. Literally, it was like last fucking minute, and I showed up with like 20 minutes before showtime. In Meadville, Pennsylvania, which was kind of cool. It was at shout out to Voodoo Brewing Company, their dope ass production facility that they have in Meadville.
Do they have mead?
They do. They have a form of mead, and then the beer I got was sort of a light beer, like a Miller Lite, and they called it Empty Calories. I thought that was kind of a good
telling it like it is. Yeah.
And it was a great show. Shout out to Anthony Morelli and all the comics that were on that show. There was about, I think, 5 of us, including Anthony. And it was great. There was a lot of people at this show. It was sort of distanced, but I think that was just because there wasn't a shit ton of people, but there was a good amount of people there to see comedy.
Well, that's good.
Did very well.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
And then Saturday was the fun day. Saturday got to hang out with our good buddy, Mr. Kevin Downey Jr., which was so much fun. He crushed the room. Jessica Colazzo fucking crushed it. And I forget the guy's name from Indianapolis who was hosting, but he was good as well. Very good, actually. And dude, Kevin Downey Jr., if you're watching this right now and you don't know who Kevin Downey Jr. is, after this show, after watching us pontificate about professional MMA fighting, go check out Kevin Downey Jr. There's old clips of him on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the original.
The OG Queer Eye. And then America's Got Talent, which he was on there. And yeah, man, Kevin is just so fucking good. He's out of Detroit originally, but he lives in the East Coast now. But Kevin Downey Jr., sir. Just I was sitting there going, when I grow up, I want to be Kevin Downey, alcoholism and everything.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes it, his alcoholism doesn't make it sad. It makes it fun, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of it has to do with the kind of jokes he does, right? His one-liners and stuff. And he really parties. He's not one of those people who has to be like all the time with his stuff.
No.
But he kills. What he does is awesome. He's great at it, and he kills. And I've heard a lot of his jokes a million times now because I've worked with him a bunch and I've seen him a bunch. But he's great. I love him, and he's super fun. He's always the most fun to hang out with too because he likes to tie one on, as they say. He likes to go to the what's it called? The Chesterville Inn or Chesterfield Inn bar or whatever. It's a shady bar in Cuyahoga Falls. And he likes to go there because it is the shadiest bar in Cuyahoga Falls, and it's right next to
the Chestnut.
Chestnut, that's what it's called.
Yeah, Chestnut Brew Garden. That's I'll tell you a story after the show because I don't want to incriminate, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, I love Kevin, and I got a call probably tomorrow because dude probably forgot. But I'm gonna be probably working at the place he was, Keller's Magic Club, Magic and Comedy Club. So
magic first. Okay.
Dude, I will say this. There was this guy named Doc. I wish I could remember his first name. But he did a lemon trick with like money and like sleight of hand that was so mind-blowing. It was fucking awesome, dude. Like, it was so good. Goddamn good.
Jason Allen, he used to come around to him and his wife. I think his wife's name's Stacy. They used to come to sometimes they come to open mics and try tricks out. The first time I met him, he actually came to amateur night and at Funny Stop to what is that? A big plastic bottle of something gross?
Orloff vodka. Gas station. Straight up.
There you go. Rite Aid brand whiskey. He anyway, he's awesome. He's really great. Like when I first saw him, I didn't know he was actually a magician, and he was doing a trick. I thought he was just bombing his trick, and he's one of those that's supposed to look like he's bombing, like he did it on purpose. Then at the end, he shows that he had the thing in his pocket the whole time. Well, not literally in his pocket. Anyway, the trick the whole time, and you're like, oh shit, this guy's for real. And then I've seen him do a bunch of other stuff, and he's awesome. I hung out with him one time after a show, and he did a trick. I used to have it on video. He did it in front of me. He did a rubber band thing. He was literally as far from me as maybe your camera is from you. I mean, he was right next to me, and he did it. He had a rubber band, turned it like this, put it in his mouth, tied a knot in it, and then did this, made the knot disappear. It was looking right at him, and I couldn't figure out how the hell he was doing it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I like magic.
The point is, the guy's good, and he and his wife do with mentalism too, which is terrifying. You ever seen someone do mentalism? It's weird because we give everything away apparently, and mentalists can figure it out and how to read people, and it's kind of terrifying. But they're really good at it, and that's what they do now. They crush it on like cruise ships and stuff. So anyway, he's the man.
Nice.
So not all magicians are terrible. However, I did think it'd be funny to I wanted to write a short film about a house of comics that live across the street from a house of magicians, and they have like this feud going on, and they have to come together as one to take down a hypnotist, erotic hypnotist. He was taking all the gigs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Hopefully I do get starting to get booked there. I also, if anybody watching this wants to see me and likes what we do here, I will, and I'll give you the exact place coming up, but August 28th, I'm going to be in Pittsburgh for a comedy show. So I'm very excited about that. Yay! Traveling for comedy again, everybody. Love it. Fucking love it. It's the best, man.
I have a headache already.
Especially with $3 gas. It's a wonderful time.
That's the best. $3 and you get paid out in like 2 drink tickets and $10.
Yep.
Killed it. Yeah.
Killed it. I got a free beer, some money, which was nice, and it covered pretty much the entire bar tab that I had ridden up. And
that's usually the best.
Oh, I was happy about it. I'm like, I didn't lose money. Yay. I lost like maybe $6 on the whole trip.
With the bar tab, I usually rack up. It takes a good bit for me to break even. That's usually so. That's usually a problem. And I think I'm working at the Funny Stop like in a week. I think I'm there with Ray DeVito.
Nice.
And John Brown.
I'm supposed to be doing something in September, but I don't know. Pete might totally forget.
Yeah, Pete wrote me down to the book, and then I saw other people saying that Bill Stone was on the show. So maybe either he bumped me or maybe they just didn't know I was on the show. I didn't see Bill post it, so it doesn't matter. I think I'll call next week to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm there next week. I'll be there. I haven't done anything in forever, so I need to. I need to get back at ADHD drugs. It would help.
How about learn to do stand up without it and smoke weed like your big brother Ray right here?
Dude, every time I do, I can't remember shit. Like I already have ADHD. You think weed's gonna help me? No,
it helps me. So
it doesn't help me. I've tried, and it doesn't. I don't remember shit.
Oh man. I don't know. It's good times, guys.
You don't know what good times. Good times, right? All right. These fights were. Hey, listen, did you watch all the fights? Because they were fun.
I did. Yeah.
There's mostly finishes. Almost all finishes. Well, mostly finishes. And a lot of late finishes, which are also always fun. Late finishes are fun.
Yeah.
Right? You get it takes the whole fight there, and sometimes there's upsets. And whatnot. That one dude didn't gas out this time. Vieira, that guy.
Yeah,
Rodolfo, is that his name? Rodolfo Vieira.
yeah, Rodolfo Vieira. Let me
I mean, he
see.
fought completely differently, right? He fought kind of super timid this time because I think, like they said, like he was almost afraid that he was going to gas out. And it seemed that way. However, he was super skilled on the ground and had that incredible, awesome rear naked choke when he jumped on the dude's back, strangled him.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty great.
Billy Quarantillo. I mean, Billy Quarantillo to me, I love him because it's a great name to have during a quarantine. If your name is Billy Quarantillo, then it's perfect.
Oh, I get it. I know what you're saying. I get it. Got it right.
Word. But no, this whole card, we've talked about it on the show before. UFC likes to have sleeper fights, and these sleeper cards are just sometimes they can either be the most boring Lewis versus Ngannou for 6 or 7 fights, and you're like, what the fuck am I watching? And then you get these fights where everything is just so sexy. Just so sexy. Like every inch of this card going down even to like the first fucking fight of the night was they were going at it. They were really trying to go at each other. The Rodrigo Ferreira fight, Nascimento versus Alan Baudao, dude, that fight was hilarious because of the fact that Baudot was dominating that first round. Like he was the definite aggressor in the entire thing. And for heavyweights, for them to come out at that pace, you know it's not going to really go 3 rounds. And then finally, Ferreira just came out of
right.
left
I mean, there's
fucking field.
You know, it happens sometimes, and that's why people, when they were saying with Conor, like, "Oh, Conor was getting beat up in the first round anyway." I'm like, "Yeah, but listen, it just happened with Charles Oliveira, and it happened again with this fight. It happens all the time. Happens all the time."
Yeah.
I mean, one thing you could say is, well, Conor usually isn't the guy who kind of trends upward. He usually trends downward, but you never know. You never know. The point is, you never know.
Oh my god!
And then Islam did exactly what I expected him to do. We'll talk about that, but he's great. I mean, that's what everyone thought he would do. He was a huge favorite against a really tough guy, and that happens.
The only decision we had.
I wipe my rich ass with your feelings. That's what Conor McGregor said. I don't know. Apparently, he has a new Lamborghini yacht. I don't know what that is.
It's a yacht made by Lamborghini, and to be honest with you, it's absolutely on brand.
I'm sure it is.
It's on brand.
It is.
Fuck. I have one friend that I like. Just I don't know what Conor did to this guy. I need to talk about fandom here because I know toxic fandom has become a thing, but for some reason in MMA you just get toxic anti-fandom more than you do like anything. Because again, and I will say, I grew this beard in protest of Habib's beard because I wanted a better beard. Like I wanted to be better at him in something, and honestly, my beard is better.
I don't think so.
Well, my beard is better. I will shave the mustache off and prove it and say Allah likes my beard better, buddy. Yeah, I showed him.
I wipe my ass, my rich ass with your feelings about my work. I feel nothing for you bums. Not a. That's Conor.
He's the greatest. Like, I love that man so fucking much. And there are just people that despise him, and I don't get
why. Well, it makes sense because not everyone's a giant wrestling fan. Not everyone takes so kindly to the trash talk and selling the fight as you do. And I like it too. I also understand what he's doing, but I also think there's a line sometimes. And I understand why people get upset. I'm not saying you shouldn't get upset. Like, that's what I don't like, right? You get mad when people get upset when people talk shit. That's weird. That's weird to me that you get mad that they get upset. Listen, not everyone plays that game. So if the fact that he said, your wife in me DMs and Dustin Poirier gets pissed, you're pissed that he gets pissed about that?
Because he threw the first thing by doing the McMahon walk and then telling everybody that Conor's a piece of shit. You there's a tit for tat. You've been in a roast battle before, sir. You've been in a
I'm
roast
too
battle.
afraid. I'm too afraid of roast battles.
Really? You've never done a roast battle before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, they're so much fun. But no, it's when shit talking is happening, be on your toes because you're gonna get somebody who's gonna mind fuck you, and that's how the world works. It's always since the dawn of civilization, mind fuckery has been a thing, and the fact that people get mad at Connor for shit talking or
But you
calling him
don't
a
have to
piece,
like it. That's the thing. Also, the thing about just the beginning
but
of time,
nobody needs to get
you don't have
mad
to
over
like
it.
anything. You're allowed to bitch about things. So you're allowed to bitch about that. It's fine. There's two ways to do it. You can bitch about it, or you can go back and forth and pour you did a bit of both. And the thing, what you're talking about, the reason why people don't like Connor so much, I'm like, because they don't like that. They don't like the fact that he's selling fights like that. A lot of people like you and me understand what he's doing, but a lot of people don't. And so it makes sense. And also it makes for, listen, it's like one of the reasons why Howard Stern became so popular, because a lot of people would listen to him because they hated him.
Yeah.
But so that's the same thing. People tune in to watch Connor lose, and he knows that. Some tune in to watch him win, some tune in to watch him lose. Guess what? Their money spends the same.
Yeah. But again, I would rather be a fan of heels because I want to be entertained. Sports in its purest form is entertainment.
Listen, that makes sense for you because you're a wrestling guy. I get that. I'm not saying
No,
it's
not
wrong.
even in wrestling. I love boxing shit talkers as well. Like boxing shit talkers are the best. Connor is just the first guy to really in MMA get inside people's minds, and they don't know how to deal with it.
If you want to do it rhyming like Muhammad Ali did. All right, he was the man. He was the man.
I love I love roasting. So I'm actually doing a roast coming up soon. I gotta write jokes for it. Oh no. I got a whole list. Like Jeremy Shears is going to be the roast master, so that's going to be fun.
Whose roast is this?
Milton Wiley's roast. Actually,
okay.
He's doing a birthday roast, and like John Bruton's doing it. LJ Payne is doing it. Sean Boyd is going to be doing it. Our buddy Sean Boyd. So I have some sadly kind of I'll tell you off air because I can't say it here.
The best roast joke on Sean Boyd I ever heard was Chris Clem. He said that Sean Boyd will outlive all of us because every time he sees the light from heaven, he will just ignore it for all eternity. That was hilarious.
Oh man, that is hilarious. I only have one favorite roast joke that's ever been said about me. I have two technically, but one's the best. And it was from our buddy Jeremy Shear, which was Ray works in pest control. And I think we can all say from the bottom of our hearts, Ray, next time you fumigate a house, do us all a favor and take a nap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. but did you?
No, because I'm smart.
That's a good point.
I keep that respirator on and my face shaved when I have one.
Dude, I had to like cut the majority of my neck beard, which was a problem. I didn't want to. Like it was super long, and I'm like, okay, I need to cut some of this up. But I cut too much off on one side, so I had like a bald spot. I'm like, fuck, really?
Oh,
so I had to get the electric razor. However, I haven't used the thing in literally years. So I turned it on, and it's like it was nothing. So I charged the thing. I charged it all night, and I had just enough time to do. Well, at first I had enough time for literally one pass. So I went to the bar with like one pass on my neck beard, and I'm like, fuck it, no one gives a shit. And anyway, but when I finally got it done, I had enough time after a night's worth of charging the thing. I had enough time for 10 seconds to just go through one pass real quick. Anyway, that thing's dead, but that's fine. I'm not shaving anymore. That's what happens. See, it's the universe telling me don't bother, Tim. Just don't bother.
I'm probably gonna shave tomorrow probably. I'm just gonna take all of this out and go straight up baby face until October.
Okay.
Is when I should have this luxurious monster back
You
on my face.
want to do November mustaches this year? November.
I'd be down for Movember.
The only thing is, man, I don't really want to. I'd have to shave everything for that, right? I don't want to do that.
Well, here's the nice part. I'm finally long enough on my mustache where I can do the Raleigh fingers.
Yeah, me too.
So like,
I have mustache wax. It's pretty good. I got it off Amazon.
see?
I don't have any on me right now, but yeah, I can do the. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we can just have fun mustache grooming days. Let's do that.
I would love it. I'd get my wax for it. I would get some wax, absolutely, and just make myself look like Dustin Hoffman and Hook without the pedophilia.
I didn't use it enough. I think it's too hard already. Like I figured if I just didn't open it, it'd be fine. But it's kind of. It was like $10 too, man, off Amazon. It's like this much. You know, it's not a ton.
Wow,
it's expensive.
$10.
Stuff. Yeah, it's good though. I mean, it works well, but like I didn't really use it that much because I usually don't care. And then when I wanted to use it again, it's super hard. So.
Like my we're both
the worst. Yeah.
I know. That's why we are troll bait for every single we are the most Isley spaceport for trolls on the internet. We are the bro Plata.
That's that LeBron James picture. Number one, it's amazing. I love it. I love the fact that he literally brought an entire bottle. He lost tequila Quinces when he got knocked out of the finals because he literally brought an entire bottle.
Yeah, I saw that
tequila to the NBA finals. Just had it under his seat, and then I'm like, well, here's the thing: if Ray and I were allowed to do that, we would do that. So yes. I can't give him too much shit because we would do that if they would let us do it. Are you allowed to do that just because you're LeBron, or can you do that if you have those seats?
I would assume it's because it's LeBron. To be honest.
Remember when he was at the Indians game when they were in the playoffs and they put him on the Jumbotron when him and his wife are smoking a joint? He's like, yeah. Baby, put the blunt away. You see him read his lips. He's like, baby, put the blunt down. It's great. Almost as good as when Baker Mayfield chugged that beer. That was amazing too.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think of like things that, Pittsburgh people do, but we're so classy. That
so classy you don't have teeth.
Right. No, that's just meth.
Okay. It's that good Pittsburgh meth.
It's made with the water of Allegheny. That's how that's how it gets the blue hue. It's all the chemicals.
I was playing MLB The Show, and I was playing a game against the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh, and one of my guys hit the ball out of the stadium, and they said they hit it into the river.
Ooh,
yeah,
really?
He's like, I hit that one into the river. I'm like, nice.
Yeah. Nice. That used to be one of my favorite parts about like going to PNC was knowing that they'll show it like going into like bouncing from the one mezzanine into the fucking river walk and then into the river, and you just see somebody in a canoe, like a single person canoe going for it, like it's San Diego.
Yeah.
Or no, San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah, some stadiums you can hit the ball out of, and it happens a good bit. I guess Pittsburgh, that's one you can hit the ball out of for sure.
Yeah.
Cleveland, you can't really. You can't on the bounce. Like it's been happening on a bounce, but in the air, it hasn't. I haven't seen it happen. I mean, I think the longest home run I've seen ever there is Mark McGwire hit the scoreboard one time.
Were you there for that game?
No, I wasn't there. But,
I'm like, God damn, son.
No, I wasn't there. But
I remember that game.
Yeah. That's before they got the new scoreboard, but yeah, he hit the scoreboard. And some guys will hit it in the left field and it bounces onto the street, but in the air, it'd be pretty darn tough to hit it out of that stadium.
Has anybody ever hit the one gate at the deck?
Which gate? The one we went into?
No, the other side. By the Romo Fijo or whatever it's called.
No, left field. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking. Like they'll hit. They call it the home run porch. They'll hit it up there, and then it will bounce into the street. I don't know if anyone's hit it out in the air, but it's definitely bounced into the street before. And people hit it into Heritage Park sometimes, and that takes about $450.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love baseball. I can't.
The Indians are playing Houston right now down there, which is
go Indians. Fuck those cheaters. Those pieces of shit.
Yeah. Four Astros made the All-Star team, and all of them decided not to go.
Good. Well, they're pussies for not.
Well,
Take
listen,
your lumps, bitch.
two of them weren't there when that was happening. One of them was Michael Brantley, who was with the Indians, and I think he was hurt. But Jose Altuve was just like, my legs are sore or something like that.
No, you just
and he
couldn't
gets
wear your
booed at
bag.
every single ballpark he goes to.
He
Hard.
should.
Him and Correa get it the most, and
Yeah.
they get it hard, and they should. You're right, they should forever.
Yeah.
Until they're done playing baseball.
I may love Conor McGregor. I may say that submissions don't count as well.
Pretty sure they do.
But you know, I'm joking.
I know,
but I know your autism can't get the sarcasm.
No, I know you're joking.
but there's like one thing that I can't do, and that's like deal with douchebags who fucking cheat. No matter what, you know, even if it's Dustin Poirier grabbing the cage with his feet to try and get out of the octagon or to try and get out of the guillotine, and you know, doing all that kind of stuff, and you know, it's, to me, cheating in a sport, especially, like you're just, I only have one word, and I don't think I can say it right now. Starts with an F, and there's two letters after it. Like, that's what you are.
Okay, there are a lot of things, and you know what I really hate? It actually drives me nuts when people say this.
A cigarette.
Like, when people say it's not cheating unless you get caught. I'm like, that's not true. You're fucking cheating, and you fucking know cheating. It, and you should know that you're a fucking cheater. You didn't win those, whatever, legitimately. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I told you about a guy named Eddie Alvarez. Not that Eddie Alvarez, a different Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez with a Y. He plays baseball.
Yeah.
And he's in the Marlins organization. At the time, he was with the big club. He's not now, but in 2014, he's a speed skater, and he won a silver medal in Sochi as a speed skater in a relay team. I looked the other day, and they lost. They came in second on obviously silver. The Russians beat him, and that was the Olympics where everyone was doping. I'm like, how did they not get their medal stripped? They said everyone was doping except the figure skaters.
See, I've noticed that, like, in the international community, that the terrible people get rewarded a lot more. I was watching How to Become a Tyrant. Have you ever seen that on Netflix?
I watched the first episode and part of the second one.
It goes through all, like, the levels of evil, all the way up to my favorite dictatorship of all time, the North Koreans.
Ohio. Although I thought you were going to say America from 2016 to 2020.
No. Well, that was a dictatorship. We're under a dictatorship right now, but that's just, you know.
You see, somebody was running plays out of that playbook, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this kind of sounds familiar. Somebody was trying to run these plays.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't all working, but they tried to run all of them.
And I'm looking
at a little bit.
I looked at what was it? Gaddafi, whatever his fucking Syria. And then also
wasn't that Libya?
Libya, that's it. So okay. One of those EAs.
Okay.
And also North Korea. North Korea, we are desperately moving towards North Korea status when it comes to our media. It's weird. It's very weird how we let an old man with fucking Alzheimer's just get away with shit that he's doing and then ask him what ice cream he's fucking ordering. Nobody gives a shit.
I think
nobody cares.
Closer to what Russ is doing with state-run media than anything, but not quite there, but it seems that way sometimes. Well, we're not quite there because there are places on the internet that if you look, you can find people talking other stuff.
And also, I mean, Fox News. But it's weird. Fox News has lies. Yes, I'm not saying it doesn't, but there's shit where, like, not even MSNBC will touch it, and you're like, I see. Okay. Yeah, like Hunter Biden, that kid is a fucking addict, and there's nothing else.
But why does that matter?
Why does it matter? It's his father.
I don't give a shit.
It's a black spot on the fucking presidency.
Dude,
like Billy Bush on steroids. Like,
Anyway,
or on crack, actually. Should I?
what I was gonna say about Eddie, the baseball player Eddie Alvarez. I just found this out because I looked him up because I couldn't remember who he played for. I looked him up yesterday, and I found out that because he's not with the Marlins right now, he's with AAA. They let him play for Team USA baseball, so he made the Team USA Olympic team as a baseball player, which means he's going to be competing in both the Winter and Summer Olympics.
He's the Bo Jackson of American Olympic people.
Kind of.
Yeah.
The Eddie Egan is what I found out because Eddie Egan won I bobsledding in the 20s. Anyway, I think I just looked this up yesterday. What? What? I looked it up.
He was a bobsledder and a boxer.
I know, right? That's a great. That's a great combination.
Who hasn't made that movie yet? That should be a movie.
I don't know. The boxing bobsledder. I don't know.
Yeah,
because they already made Cool Runnings. I think there's only enough room for one bobsledding movie.
Yeah, but you show him in those bag gloves from the 20s, like those old.
He wasn't doing it at the same time, right?
But no, you show him in like the old school bobsleds with the leather helmets, and then you have him fucking being like, I'm gonna go fight in the Summer Olympics, and like that would be the whole movie. That would be so cool.
I'm pretty sure that, and someone else was a sprinter, I think, and a bobsledder, and they're bobsledder afterwards. And Herschel Walker did the same thing, right? So anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, there's been 128 athletes in the history of the Olympics. 128 people out of the thousands of people that have competed in the Olympics. 128 have done both the Winter and Summer Olympics. Of those, only 5 have medaled in both.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's actually I thought it was going to be like 1 or 2. To be honest with you.
I think only one. I think Eddie Egan's the only one who did gold in both, but only have 5. And I think 2 were American. The last one was I think 2018. It was a woman who was a bobsledder and a runner. And there is a couple. Actually, there's only one man. The only man was Egan. The other 4, I think, were women. But my point is, if Team USA baseball medals at all, any medal, then Eddie Alvarez will become the 6th person to medal in both the Winter and the Summer Olympics. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool storyline. I didn't hear anyone talk about it. They will be talking about it, but I just kind of stumbled upon that, and I'm sure they're going to bring it up a lot when the Olympics get closer.
They show him holding the baton or whatever they do for the relays.
Probably that's what he did. He was on a relay team. They'll show the pictures, I'm sure. And I mean that's great, especially because just like how weird boxing and bobsledding seem. Like I think there 2 of the 5 were speed skating and cycling. You know, that doesn't seem too much different. But baseball having such a weird skill set takes such a weird skill set, and speed skating, those are 2 completely different sports. And the fact that he's competing in the Olympics in both is fantastic. I think the last guy to compete in both was a guy who did cross country skiing and taekwondo or karate, one of those 2. And he is from Tonga. I looked it up yesterday, so that's the only reason I can remember right now. But anyway, either way, Eddie Alvarez is a rare company just for competing in 2 Olympics. In a Winter and Summer. But getting a medal, and she has a shot to medal in both, so that'd be pretty great.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I haven't. I usually watch towards the end of the Olympics because that's when the track and field events start. And being a former track and field trier, let's say, not athlete, definitely trier. My fastest time. I'll give you my fastest time in the 100, and you can see how much of a non-factor I was on my team's like point list. But my fastest 100 time is 11.9.
That used to be record time, like in the 1800s.
Yeah, I know. I would have killed as an ox boy.
Also didn't have like starting blocks and stuff then.
No. Yeah. And I mean the technology,
and different shoes and different ways to train. Yeah.
Oh my God!
They actually said, I just heard this recently that they think if Jesse Owens like original, like his time and Usain Bolt's time, it's like he crushed him, right? But they said he would have been within a stride. They think if he had the same technology, maybe. So people think athletes are getting better. They're getting better because of the technology, and they are getting bigger for reasons too. But like, yeah, those guys back then are good too, but they just didn't have the means.
Hey,
Anyway,
Tim, we have guests in the chat,
oh,
and we need to say hi. The MMA holds, yay! The MMA holds dropping.
You know what, Ray?
in.
I was gonna call in last night, but by the time they got to calling, it was 11, and this guy was tired, so I had to hit it. I thought about it, and I was tired.
Yeah, I was passed out by 11. I went to Make 'em Laugh Mondays yesterday at the Grog Shop or the B-side, and there was a hip hop concert going upstairs at the Grog Shop. So that was fun.
You hear people stomping the yard up there.
Oh, dude, the bass that was like, and you could hear people be like, "Yeah, motherfucker," and that was all you heard. Like, it was actually a fun night, and there was a lot of interesting. I love hip hop shows, dude, because you see a lot more interesting people than you would at like a metal show.
And that's just on the stage.
No, it's in the crowd.
Okay.
Like, if you want to people watch, go to a hip hop show of any sort. I don't care if it's your local fucking shit. Go.
I don't want to go to Tuscarawas County hip hop show.
Oh my God. Keep it going for Little Tractor, everybody.
You know what? I kind of want to. Yeah, anyway, I kind of want to, honestly, for that same reason.
I'm sure he had his first album come out this week. Keep it going for Weed Thresher.
Yeah, that. Look how happy Ray is with himself.
I think it's hilarious. I don't know.
Anyway, Ray, what I was trying to say is, Ray, we need to do tequila quences for the Olympics.
No, we'll die. Why do you want us to die?
No. Listen, we got to figure out a way to do it. I think I figured out a way to do it.
Okay.
I think we have to spin the wheel for the event, right? We don't get every event, right? We
get
like 2 events each, and then we'll just pick. I think we'll just get the Americans in every event.
Oh, God, then we're going to lose every time.
What? The Americans win more medals than anybody in the Summer Olympics. You kidding me?
Well, unless you're in the...
This will be like the one year that if I got men's basketball, I put it back.
Yeah, because aren't they...
They've been losing. They've been losing exhibition games, to Nigeria and Australia.
Although here's the thing. It depends, to be honest with you. But, like, any sort of preseason or practice games, nobody really takes those. That's why you get, like, 7 to 5 football games in, like, preseason football. Like, nobody gives a shit. They're just trying to, like, work kinks out and go from there.
I mean, their team last year wasn't playing too great either when they did tournaments last year. However, there was a different team.
Yeah.
Kevin Love is now off the team.
I saw that.
Yeah, the token white guy had to kick him out, and they kick him out. He was hurt. He's hurt. So it happens.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch the Olympics this year, and because I think I have Peacock, so I can actually watch the Olympics on NBC this year.
All right.
But I'm definitely
weird, like is Bravo still a channel? Because it's weird, like watching I don't know, water polo on Bravo. That's weird.
Speed running on MSNBC.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll never forget. That's one Olympic year, and I think it was Beijing. I was like a young kid, and I really wasn't doing anything, and I was up at 3 a.m. and I watched this Polish woman just dominate in speed running. Just dominate. Like, she left no, this was London. I take it back. It was London. This
speed running. What are you talking about?
Or speed walking.
I'm gonna say, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Speed walking. Speed walking. And she speed walked like the best grandma at the mall. Like, this woman was fast. And I'm watching this going, how do you become great at speed or walking as your Olympic event?
When does it become running? Like the bending of their knees? Like what are the rules? That's
you got to like roll the ankle from what I'm seeing. Like you have to walk like a woman, like a white woman in Applebee's. You just got to have like on the balls of your feet and move side to side. Like
You know
that's
what
all
I
it
like
was.
to see? I like to see people on crutches race. I don't see that like a crutch race. You put one leg up, you just boom the whole time, just boom.
That's the Paralympics, sir.
Yeah, no, they don't do it on crutches though. You know, Russia was doping all their athletes for the Paralympics too.
Yeah, because we want to be greatest country in world, Mr. Denko. That is
Sure,
how
man.
you know. A Russian KGB agent. I give them all steroids.
Sure,
How it
man.
roll.
You know, they should let Oscar Pistorius out of jail just to run one more time. Guys want to see him run again. Come on. Come on. He was great. Let him get back out there and try to win another gold. Then put him back in.
Yeah, I think he should be like that guy in a war movie where he's locked away and then it's like, what took you guys so long?
Yes. The Australians like, we need another medal. There's only one guy we know that can do it. And they
a vault door opens and he's just sitting in the middle of a cell putting on his prosthetics.
Yeah.
Ah! One more ride.
Honestly, he did kill someone. So let's say that, that wasn't great. He probably should not have done that.
Well, how long has it been? Has it been 15 years?
No.
How long was it? 2011?
It wasn't that long. I don't know. Not long. It's less than 10 years, I think.
Really? I thought it was like more than 10 years ago.
I don't think so.
I know O&A was probably still on there, but yeah, you just have him just and it's like Ash and Evil Dead like putting on the like thing. Groovy.
Like, still the only Paralympian to run in the actual Olympics too.
Mm-hmm.
So. That was cool. Then he had to go kill his girlfriend. So
wow,
not great. Did you watch the 30 for 30? It's pretty good. It's like a 3-parter.
Yeah, I did, but I don't remember a lot from it. To be honest with you,
it was a weird situation. Like apparently thought someone was breaking it. I don't know.
He used the OJ defense. It was Charlie. Maybe. Charlie did it.
It was Kato.
You could hear his long flowing locks in the wind. It was a terrible day.
Mm-hmm. He was pissed he didn't get that Nike commercial. Whatever, I don't know.
Like I lost to Usain Bolt with 2 good legs.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we may need to get you back on meds. I think meds would be good for you.
Why? Because your jokes are dumb?
Yes, you don't get them. You need to be on drugs to know my message.
I need many Valium every day. I just laugh at everything Ray says.
There's not enough in the world for Valium to work.
Maybe not. Like, yeah, just gonna straight up just be. We're gonna turn this podcast into Beavis and Butthead. It's gonna be just heavily drugged. Just.
I don't get why he's funny. It's not funny anymore. Oh no, Beavis, and it's good.
Beavis is better than your Butthead.
Yeah. I will say though, Sunday was fun. I went to a buddy's house and watched WWE Money in the Bank. I was pleasantly surprised, and I will say pleasantly surprised because they exceeded my expectation, which was 0. I had no expectation.
Is that when you text me about Pat McAfee?
Yes, I need to go on record right now. So whoever wants to capture this, whoever wants to do anything, I want Pat McAfee on this show so I can look him dead in the eye.
Come on this show.
I may. Who knows?
You can't get anybody on this show, man.
This is true. But, I mean, it's one of those things. I want Pat McAfee on Bro Plata because I want to look at him and be like, I hate you, Pat McAfee. I hate you with all my heart. Want to know why? You're too goddamn good. Too good. He was entertaining on commentary. He got the sport. He threw in little lines. There was one portion of the show really a lot of people couldn't watch because the feed kept breaking up. And ironically, it was the men's like Money in the Bank briefcase match. And in the main event, Pat McAfee drops. Edge's eyes are fluttering like peacock right now. And if you had gotten those technical issues during that match in the Money in the Bank match,
whose eyes?
Edge.
The Edge, you too.
No, Edge, one of the greatest professional wrestlers to ever live.
Well, the Edge is a great musician.
Yes, but he's with a dickhead by the name of Bono. So take the good with the bad, take them both, and there you have U2. That's what it is. It's Bono sucks. The Edge is awesome.
Okay. In the name. All right.
You know what's sad? I had In the Name of Love, like about to be In the Name of
That's not the
U2
name of that song.
sucks.
That's not the name of that song.
Oh, whatever it is. I don't know.
That's Pride, right? I think that's Pride.
I don't listen to U2, so I don't know.
I listen to the U2 that's been on the radio, my entire life. So yeah, so
U2 bothers me because they don't know Spanish.
Uno, dos, tres.
14. 14 is 14.
That's not how you count.
No. You want to sound worldly, but you're just a drunk Irish potato eater.
Say what you're going to say about the wrestling.
Oh, yeah, Pat McAfee. I don't know if WWE is putting him on full time. I don't know what the deal is, but they need to keep Pat McAfee on because he's going to bring in new people, and he is amazing. He is so goddamn good at his job, and I hate him for it. I wish. I said when Kevin Downey is what I want to be when I grow up. No, I want to be goddamn Pat McAfee. I want to be him. Plus, he's from Pittsburgh, so he's already got a lot in my book.
Did you ever watch that video I sent you?
No, not yet.
You have to.
I haven't had time.
He's talking about buying the Pirates. Anyway,
I know.
I was saying it for anyone who didn't know. But yeah, when he left the Colts, it seemed insane because he left so much money on the table, and it took about 5 minutes for that to make sense. You're like, oh man, this guy's been cooped up in the back of an NFL locker room in the position where you're supposed to be the guy who's not supposed to talk, right? He's a special teamer. He's a punter, right? He's not supposed to be the guy who's in front of the mic and the cameras, right? And it's about 5 minutes after him retiring. You're like, oh, this is why he got out of the NFL, and he became successful so fast.
I know.
Now he's killing it. And the thing is, he still could be kicking in the NFL. He was one of the best in football, and he left with millions of dollars on the table, and he could have gone for another almost 10 years. I mean, he was like 31, so like 8 years. I mean, he's a punter, so a long time until he's not one of the top 32 in the world, which probably would have been a minute because he was one of the top 5 for sure. So, yeah, it was weird, but now it all makes sense. And now he's more entertaining to everyone now, is doing what he's doing now and all the things he's doing. He has lots of jobs. He worked for the XFL. He worked for ESPN. They had him one time on game day to fill in for Adam Vinatieri, who was supposed to be, but he was playing. So he sent McAfee in his place. And after that, they just started having him on every week because he's great. He's great. He's awesome. Yes, I'm jealous of that guy. Listen, you say you want to be Pat McAfee. Listen, I don't want to be anybody other than this guy. The best me it could possibly be, Raymond. But that guy has the best job. What that guy's show has become is perfect. That's everything I'd want this show to be. I want it to be. We'd have a cool studio. I would also want my studio to also be a stage. That's a great idea. Like I want to be a little higher than everybody else. You can be too. You and me can be on the same stage. Then everyone else is below
higher,
us.
Though. Probably like an inch.
No. Yeah, we'd have a fight with that. We start putting lifts on our desks.
There's a show where we're just on phone books.
Yes.
It's like, have you ever watched Pete and Pete?
Many, many years ago.
Do you remember the episode?
No, I don't remember any episodes.
You don't remember any episodes of Pete and Pete?
Not specific episodes, no.
The paper cut saga ruined my childhood because I thought Pete was actually gonna die.
Okay.
I was sad. But there's an episode where they're stacking stuff on top of their station wagon because somebody else's stuff is higher. Okay. And then they take the blue guy from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and put him on top and win the day. It's a fucking amazing episode. I need to start watching more Pete and Pete. Oh,
okay.
I love him. I want to start a Pete and Pete podcast with a guy named Ray.
I need to start watching more children's programming from my childhood.
Yeah, because it's way more adult. 90s cartoons and fucking live action shows were way more adult orientated than they should have been.
And that's why everyone's pissed about Space Jam.
And not really. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I saw it's like 2 hours.
I saw it.
Well, you have the patience to walk through 2 hours of LeBron James. I don't.
Well, see, that's the problem. Number one, I think Alex Corville. He put a really good point on Facebook. People were saying, "Well, why are you talking shit about this movie? It's for kids." He's like, I forget what he said exactly, but basically he's like, so was Toy Story and the Lego Movie and all these award-winning movies. Like they were also all for kids,
Toy
and they're
Story's
great movies. That's the point. The point is, if Pixar made a shitty movie, people would say, "Man, Pixar, you made a shitty movie." So you can say Space Jam fucking sucks. You can
True.
say it as an adult. You can say that. So that's what I'm saying. People are like, "Why are you making fun of it? It's for kids." I'm like, it's not just for kids. Like, I don't know. There's some TV shows that my nieces watch that are just for kids, but the Pixar movies and those animated movies, they're not just for kids. The adults pay for them and whatnot. So especially, you watch the first Space Jam. It was great, right? And I'm trying to think what the biggest problem was in the new Space Jam, and I think I figured it out. It's LeBron. Well, it's not just LeBron, because actually, if you stacked up who's a better actor, Michael Jordan or LeBron James, the answer is LeBron. But
yeah, Jordan was hammy.
Well, the thing is, if you think about it, they didn't give him much to do at all. He didn't carry that movie. The tunes carry the movie. This movie, they're making LeBron carry this movie, and that was a problem. Listen, they say it's a kids movie. Listen, Looney Tunes crushed it. No notes, right? They crushed it. All right, they should have been carried it a lot more, like they did the first Space Jam movie. That's the problem. All right. And is it the worst thing ever? No, there was a couple parts that legitimately made me laugh, but I think it's because they just tried to give LeBron too much to do when they should have let the tunes really carry the movie. That's me. Because that's what they did in the first one. And it was great. And you get some other comics in there to carry it too. Like you don't make Jordan do all the jokes. You get Bill Murray in there to do some jokes. You get Wayne Knight to kill it, who was not in this movie, and that pissed me off.
We wasn't?
Wayne Knight was not
Newman
in the movie.
was not in this fucking movie.
No. That's a slap to the face.
Is he okay?
He's fine because he's doing stuff. Yeah. I saw a trailer for something he's in. I forget what it was, but the point is he's working. He's working, and they did not put him in the movie.
I'm going to ask the eternal question. How woke was it?
Well, yeah, Skunk wasn't there. Pepe Le Pew was nowhere to be found.
Stupid.
Was not in it at all. I don't know. They did acknowledge that Don Cheadle was black at one point. Hey, the computer's black. Yeah, he's black. Good. Okay. Yes.
Who cares?
That was a joke. Listen, there is one sequence when they're trying to find all the tunes. That's the best part of the movie for me. It's fun. It's a lot of fun references, and it's fun. That's the best part of the movie. After that, I know it's not going to be an Oscar winner, right? But the thing is, I love and like to this day, I watched the original Space Jam, and I love it, and I laugh hard at it, and it's legitimately funny. And it's like I appreciate it for so many different. It's so much of a different way than I did when I was a kid. I liked it for one reason when I was a kid. I like it as an adult for a completely different reason. But it's still great. And this one was just you knew it was gonna be, but yeah. Also the plot was weird, but I don't really know how else. It was gonna be weird and it had to go a weird direction anyway because it's a weird movie to begin with. To make a sequel to it, you're like, how are you gonna do this? So
I would have had Danny DeVito's kid or Danny DeVito's character's kid come back for retribution, looking for Michael Jordan, but then go looking at LeBron and going, all right, he'll do.
Can I give you a spoiler? I'm going to give a spoiler.
Yeah, feel free. I'm probably not going to watch it.
Here comes a spoiler. At the halftime of the game, Daffy Duck says, "It's okay, everybody. I found Michael Jordan." And now from the shadows into the locker room walks. Who walks? Who walks in? Guess.
Michael B. Jordan.
Killed it. Yeah. When I saw the shadow, I'm like, Michael B. Jordan. I get it. I get the joke. I know it's him. And I'm like, that's who you got? You couldn't get like a Bill Murray or another. You got Michael B. Jordan, another fantastic actor. He's been in good
Killmonger,
movies.
baby.
Like, yeah, Killmonger, sure.
I love it.
It'd be cool if he was dressed as Killmonger.
Yes, but it was a DC. It was a WB, so it's not Marvel.
Good point.
That's DC.
But yeah, there's references about every WB movie ever made in that movie. So
I've heard
like everyone, and some of them are funny. Rick and Morty show up.
Are they part of Warner? Yeah, Time Warner. Okay, makes sense.
Real briefly, but yeah,
because it's I don't know, man. I really don't give a shit. It's like nothing. They made 2 Slapshot movies after the first first one, and they
Those were
both
so
sucked.
bad. Yeah, those were so bad.
So I'm like,
Listen,
I can't.
how often are sequels good, especially comedies? And I could think of one comedy sequel that's really, really good, in my
Which
opinion.
one?
Clerks 2.
Clerks 2 is dope. They're filming Clerks 3
I was actually
now.
going to bring that
Apparently.
up. Yeah, I just found out yesterday they're doing Clerks 3,
I'm
which is
excited.
cool. I'm excited for it. Last couple Kevin Smith movies, like he hasn't made one that I really liked in a while. I mean, listen, I like his characters, right? But I didn't think the last reboot was that great. And he made that Yoger Hosers movie with his daughter, which was just weird.
Well, that was a different universe, kinda.
It was, but yeah,
It's like
that
Tusk.
I like Tusk.
I've not seen Tusk, and I want to see Tusk.
It's just a goofy, weird horror movie
Yeah,
about a
kind of.
walrus man.
Uh,
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited. Like, listen, I thought the Clerks 2 would be a bummer, and then I'm like, this is hilarious, and it was. So hopefully the third one will be fun. I saw the plot is they turn Randall into a filmmaker. He has a heart attack, and then he wants to make a movie about his life. So that's what he's
oh
doing.
God. Well, that was who.
Like, oh, is he
Ironically, that
making Clerks? Is that what he's doing?
well, Kevin Smith was supposed to play. He wanted to play Randall. He wrote that for himself,
Mm-hmm.
and then realized that like he couldn't actually memorize all the dialogue, but he still wanted to be in the movies, and that's where Silent Bob came in.
Mm-hmm.
But he cast
Jeff
he
Anderson.
cast Randall and took over the role of Silent Bob
Mm-hmm.
because he couldn't memorize lines, and he's admitted that in many an interview. Anything he does, I watch Batman Beyond. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
No.
It's him and another guy from Hollywood talking about stuff. They do Marvel reactions to stuff, and it's pretty dope, dude. Like I love that, but I
You
love
know what? I
Kevin.
think I have seen that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
it's on YouTube. Comes out like at 9 o'clock on like Fridays and like Tuesdays. I think we butt up against Fat Man Beyond, which explains nothing.
Yeah, just explain anything.
But yeah, man, I'm pumped for Clerks 3. I kind of I hope it's sort of the end of the View Askew universe, in my opinion.
Well, he ended it multiple. He ended like 5 times.
No, he hasn't really given it a definitive end. I mean,
Well, he did after. No, after Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, he said he did, but then he brought it back for Clerks
well,
2,
yeah,
and then reboot again. And it almost didn't happen because he almost died.
yeah. I cried that day. I
Hey,
love
I'm
Kevin
happy he's
Smith.
still with us and he's still making movies. So that's
But
good.
yeah, man, I love
I
it.
mean, he can't remember lines. He's been in movies.
I'm in the beginning of
Okay,
his career, he
all
didn't.
right.
He was like, I'm not gonna remember these lines.
You ever see Catch and Release?
No,
It's that movie with Jennifer Gardner and Timothy Oliphant that he's in.
no. I saw him in Fan recently. I was watching Fanboys, the
Oh
Star
yeah. Uh-huh.
fan movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I love him as the pimp in Fanboys, and Jason Mewes is like the hooker, and he's giving some dude a blowjob,
Mm.
and then it's like, what the fuck? I can't do this anymore. What did I say? Soft and womanly.
Seth Rogen in that movie?
Yeah, he plays like four characters. I want to
Yeah.
say he plays a pimp.
So he plays a pimp.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy with all the like tattoos. Fooshnickens. I'm not gonna lie. Almost sounds like Alex Jones.
That's right. And he played a Trekkie too.
Two Trekkies. He
Yeah.
played two. One was like a Klingon, and the other one was a nerd who was making a statue in Iowa, Pat Militich's home. Yeah,
Okay.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Is Fanboys, because I am a Star Wars nerd, so I love it.
No, the best line of that entire movie was the last line. Hey, what if this sucks?
I know. No one calls Han Solo a bitch. Han Solo is a bitch. I love
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah, we've seen
Such
the
a
movie.
good movie, dude.
Who's
Oh,
in that? Jay Baruchel and Dan Fogler and
guy who,
Kristen Bell,
yeah, I was about
Ethan
to say,
Suplee.
what's his name from Balls of Fury?
Yeah, it's Fogler, right? It's his name, Fogler. Dan
I
something.
think, yeah. Mm. You want to talk about fights, buddy?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Yeah, let's do. Um, you know what I love? I love that they're like they're selling super expensive tickets to the Apex fights now.
Hey, I mean, it's
Here's
become that
here's
way.
the thing. Here's the thing. If I had the money, I would definitely go.
Yeah,
I would. So I can't really
but
talk much shit
as
about it.
members of the proletariat, we do not like this excessive capitalism, Tim.
Oh, hey, speaking of that, are we going to the Paul Woodley fight or what, man?
Yeah, tickets go on sale in 2 days. I get paid tomorrow, and I will get. Here's my thing. I want to get
Like I
your
told you,
thing.
I haven't been to the circus in a long time, so I'm excited.
I'm absolutely down to see a sword swallower fight a lion tamer. Like this is gonna be a fun night.
Basically it. Yeah. Seriously though, we got to talk to the MMA hosts. We need press passes.
Yes,
We can't get them in on our own merit.
Yeah, well, I probably could with
We
enough
could.
emailing.
We could try. We could try.
But yeah, I would love to get press passes for the Paul Woodley fight happening in our neck of the woods, Cleveland, Ohio, at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. When I saw this was in Cleveland, I messaged like 5 people and was like, "You want to go to the Paul Woodley fight? You want to go to the Paul Woodley fight?" I'm obsessed with going to this brawl just so I can see it end with a fixed finish. Like this is going to be a fantastic Saturday night, August 24th.
What are you saying? You putting the tinfoil hat on right now? You saying they're gonna? You're
I'm
saying they
no, I'm putting big business hat on.
they're paying
Because
they're
you
gonna pay
have Woodley
Woodley.
throw this fight,
They're gonna
and
pay
then technically he can fight Canelo Alvarez next. Big money. Big money.
what? So Woodley's gonna throw the fight? You said?
Yes. Yes.
Listen, if he loses, I'm convinced he threw the fight.
Yes.
I'm convinced Ben Askren threw the fight, but you know.
Oh, the way he took a dive, it looked like a pro wrestling match.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would have won anyway, but I think he got hit once and he's like, I'm good. The check cleared.
Is Venmo good?
Yeah, bro. Mm-hmm. Talk to my wife. Yeah, got it. Did you see that that Cuervo commercial with Chiesa and Gaethje?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No, I have to look at it.
All right, because it's they
You
showed
want me to watch it live on air and give a reaction?
Sure.
Oh my god! So it's Justin Gaethje and
it's Chiesa. It's Chiesa and Gaethje and the Cuervo. It's Cuervo.
Justin Gaethje. That's a weird way to spell Gaethje. But people spell his name, by the way, Justin Gaethje, Gaje, and I'll tell you how I know that people spell it that way. The algorithm was still correct for Justin Gaethje off of that, so people do it enough.
Okay.
Just saying. Commercial.
Yeah, this just I saw it like 1,000 times. And I'm like, that's kind of half funny.
Excuse me.
Are you gonna pull it up or not?
We'll get a flag.
Glad you made it.
Probably we'll get a flag.
No one cares.
I
one
do.
cares.
I don't want copyright. So they're at a party face to face. They're now nose to nose, a window, bar, getting food.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. We should do this more often. How's next Saturday? Perfect.
Cheers.
Should be a good fight.
Dumb commercial.
It's for an MMA fighters commercial. It's funny.
That was
as good as it gets. Well, actually, the good as it gets is the Bryce Mitchell car commercial. That's the best.
Yes.
But no, I thought it was half funny. I'm like, is it just that they're in front of? I just give him credit for having them, being able to shoot them not smiling during that.
Yeah, that was good camera work. There had to be like a super cut of takes. because like
Probably. Yeah.
I'd be laughing. I don't know. I like it. Jose Cuervo, not a fan. If I'm gonna drink,
1800 down here.
I still have my bottle of Cabo for our next tequila quences. So that's
Yeah, I
gonna be.
only had a little bottle of 1800, so I mean, I only have like a couple more. If I get anything more than maybe 2 or 3, I might have to get another bottle. So
Well, I was about to say, I thought long term. I thought rest of the year tequila quences. I gotta have at least a bottle I can go through in like a week.
okay,
So
we definitely need to do. I don't know when the Olympics start. We need to do. I'll make a wheel for the Olympics, and we'll pick 2
I like
events
it.
each.
We'll debut the wheel of pain on during the Olympics. And that actually wheel of pain has probably already been a thing.
It's Wheel Aquila. But I think the next pay-per-view is before that starts. I think so. Like a week or so before the Olympics start, I think.
Yeah, sure. August 7th, we're gonna be talking about Amanda Nunes defending her is it 145 or 135?
This is 35, I believe.
Ooh, she's going down. I like it. I don't know. I really haven't. I've been out of it lately just because of work.
Her biggest opponent lately has just been the scale. That's her biggest fight. It's Bantamweight. Yes, her biggest fight is the day before. That's what that is. That's not what I meant. My point is, no, everyone she's fighting, she's beating the hell out of.
I'm joking because I was projecting onto you what I thought of myself.
Well, that's why I had to defend myself.
Did you?
I did. I'm not the monster here. We already talked about this. Show pervert is Ray.
Definitely the monster.
Show monster, it's Ray. Yeah. What are you drinking, Ray?
I am drinking Orloff vodka, gas station, 42% double shots.
You seem more drunk than usual.
Because I'm also on a diet right now.
Oh.
So like I've had 6-inch custom sandwich from Subway and then beef jerky and cashews every day. So
beef jerky. All right. Is this the trail mix diet?
Kinda, yeah. I do that and then like a gallon of water a day kind of thing. So
the stranded in the woods diet.
It is. I want to come out looking like Powder, but skinnier.
Oh yeah, who is that? Sean Patrick Flaherty? Is that him?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, Powder. Yeah, good movie, Powder.
Do you like the movie Powder?
It's something. I wanted you to feel how it feels. What is that? Like he made the dude feel the pain of the deer or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that happened in that movie. My buddy Alan's coming over. He wanted me to come down there because he's off all week, but like I can't, so he's coming up here. I had the dog. I was like, what are we gonna do in New Philly? I'm like, nothing. We're not gonna nothing. There's nothing to do. You know this. It's been a long time, but it's like there's nothing to do. So I don't know.
We'll go to this new bar down the street. That's it.
Yeah, we'll just get drunk. That's about all we can do.
It's called small town living, sir.
Yeah. Well, he wanted me
to
go
to the reason I'm kind of fucked up is I also hit an indica a couple times. So
that'll do it. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I wish we had weed. We could just smoke weed all day and listen to Yes, but I don't have any.
Hey, Kangaroo Jack. Yay.
What an underrated movie, Kangaroo Jack. That should have won an Oscar. Anthony Anderson should have won.
Do you know how that movie started?
Oh my gosh, of course. I don't know what.
It was originally supposed to be a mob heist film, but they found out that
they could get a kangaroo.
Well, no, the kangaroo, because it was going to be them like jacking a kangaroo and like selling it on the black market and shit, and then the kangaroo like kicked the fuck out of them. But people found out that the kangaroo tested more positively in like focus groups, so they turned it into a fucking comedy.
No, this is the kangaroo movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
That makes sense. That's how things happen. Yeah. That's fine.
Oh, we got a good question from Kangaroo Jack that I'd like to answer. What's your thoughts on the Fury v Wilder 3? When it happens, who's going to win in your opinion?
Fury. But like absolutely. We talked about this before. Not even close.
Yeah.
I don't think he has. I mean, he may go to do a decision, but I mean, Fury's so much better than he is, really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Wilder's got starching power, but it's just he's such a good boxer. I don't know. I have no idea when it's going to happen. I mean, maybe by the end of the year, hopefully.
Yeah, because Tyson got COVID
Got the
apparently.
COVID. Yeah.
Which I mean, for a 6'9" guy, I think he's going to be the best equipped to whip fucking COVID's ass. Watch, he dies tomorrow. I jinx it.
Yeah,
but
he's just trying to kill it with booze, which is how I would try to kill it. That's why I try to kill everything.
Well, yeah,
my feelings,
chlamydia.
Everything. Yeah, it's true. All emotions. Yeah.
I saw a guy, his Twitter handle. I saw somebody share this on a boxing like Facebook page, and it was this dude. His Twitter handle is DS Worlds 614. So he's probably from Columbus. And he was like, Tyson Fury is one of the most overrated heavyweights of all time. I'm like,
he's trying to get a rise out of you, and it's working obviously because here goes Ray.
Well, no, it's not even that. I thought, wow, that is not even troll level. That is you're off your fucking meds.
Gonna say, could you imagine it? Could you imagine if he actually thought that was true?
I would hope.
There's something wrong with that guy. There's just something wrong with that guy. Yeah, I think he's just fucking with people. And listen, you know what? If he actually number one, we never know. I mean, I'd like to have someone on to actually try to give me that argument. But they would just be trying to troll, I'm assuming, because there's no way to actually say that. There's no way. How can you really? He beats everyone. Okay.
Kangaroo Jack said it all agrees with us because, in my opinion, Tyson Fury is the most natural boxer in the heavyweight division. The only way he can beat him is by knocking him out, which won't happen. If it happens, you're going to have a fourth fight because you're going to.
If it was going to happen, it would have happened in the first fight, right?
This is true.
He came back from the dead in that fight. Like, how the hell can anybody get up from that punch? No one could before, but Tyson Fury did. So obviously, he's not human. But yes, he's a fantastic boxer. He's the best in heavyweight division. He's better than everybody by a lot. So, no, I don't think he has a shot.
I hope we can finally bring those alphabets together. Like, I want unification in the heavyweight division. I want so bad, dude.
Now you're not talking, man, now, especially because you got to push the Fury fight. I don't know, next year, probably sometime now.
Yeah, you're looking. I'm thinking if you really want to have some fun, do it like around January or February of 2022. After this fight, probably, to be honest with you, I think they're gonna hold off until Christmas, until like December when the Joshua fight was. Probably October with the Tyson Fury fight because he's gonna need time to kind of get his cardio back if he's had any adverse effects.
Well, that too. I mean, there have been people who've had adverse effects who've never really been the same afterwards, or they say they haven't been since they've had it. So you don't know. It depends how it hit him. If it didn't, so maybe if it hit him so bad and he has so much adverse effects that it affects his cardio, then I mean, then we're talking a different story. But as far as the skill goes, yeah, Fury's absolutely has him.
Kangaroo Jack wants to actually join us on the video. We're not a call-in show just yet. I don't think we need more people for that.
Yeah, not yet. We'll figure it out eventually.
Plus, like, I don't know. I'm sort of fucked up. So seeing some
Ray couldn't handle the technical difficulties.
No, right now. Yeah, we would need a producer for that. Which I'm still thinking about buying one. I'm not sure who yet.
We're talking about that forever, but we're just. This show is already costing us money. So
I know.
You know, MMA hosts are smart, man. They have a thing after like an hour of the show, Monday, they have a thing called Save the Show. It's like however much money they get in 10 minutes, it's $1 per minute, and that's how much longer they do the show. That's genius. I think what we need to do is maybe the opposite of that. Like we'll stop doing the show. so much money. Right. It's Kill the Show is the name of the bit.
Kill
And
the show. I
like
do
$20 will just log off and never come back.
and it.
Mm.
Uh, I love you, Tim. You're an amazing human. But no,
Right.
yeah, honestly, there's nobody gonna be. I mean, unless Joshua was to get lucky, I don't see.
Well, I mean, that's a much better fight, I think, for sure. A much better
Is it
fight.
though? Well, it's a very technical fight for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I still think right now, I still think Fury wins. However,
Yeah.
I think it's a much closer fight for sure.
Yeah, I think it would definitely go to the judges. We have Kangaroo Jack, who's he wrote a soliloquy here. The only problem I have with Fury is his management. Why get everyone excited for the big AJ fight when we all know Wilder wasn't stepping aside? Why con us? I don't see it as a con. I see it more as
I mean,
Deontay
AJ's
Wilder.
people was doing it too, right? I mean, they basically had the stuff signed, or almost did, right, to get that fight going in Saudi Arabia, right? So
yeah, and that's why I say, man, like,
I mean, they may have thought there was a better chance that lawyer was gonna not lawyer, excuse me, the judge was gonna rule in favor of Wilder. They maybe thinking there was a better chance, maybe it was 60-40 or something chance, but they still have to get things going. You're not just gonna sit around and do nothing and just wait for the judge to say something. Just in case there's a chance they rule in their favor, might as well have the ball rolling. So I don't really blame them for that.
No, but at the same time, I think it's just a little bit too opportunistic from Deontay Wilder because, like, think about it this way.
What is?
Like, the unification bout should take precedent over a fourth title fight.
Not if you sign a contract, Ray. Not if you sign a contract.
Because
you sign a contract.
I would hold off.
I mean, that's what we want. That's what I want too, but he signed a contract, right?
And then make the play to try and get the unified belt away from Tyson Fury. Go for the bigger prize, not just the WBC World Heavyweight Championship. Go for that ring belt. Go for the IBF, the WBA, the WBC. Go for all of it at once.
He doesn't get that fight, though. Would he get that fight? What if Joshua wins? Does he get that fight?
I honestly think, yeah.
I don't know. Because you don't know.
It's who's the last person that Tyson Fury beat? Deontay Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, he fights a tune-up fight. He wins it. He becomes the number one contender, I think, because he could knock out AJ. Like, I think Wilder could knock out AJ. Tyson's hard to knock out because of that big gypsy head of his. And it's one of those deals where you look at AJ, who's this technical wizard from England, one of the best boxers of our time. But, like, if Deontay Wilder would have just waited, I honestly think they would have given him a title shot because he wouldn't have stopped flapping his fucking yap in a positive way. I'm not saying in a negative. In a positive way for him to get the attention of AJ's people and be like, you know what? Fuck it. Here. Let's do this. Eddie Hearn, get on this and let's fucking go.
Well, you hope they give you a shot, right? But you don't know. What you know is what you have on paper, but you don't know that. What you know is what you have on paper. So I'm saying it makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense because it's what you have on paper. So go for it. You already have it on paper. And you know what? The thing is, you already are entitled to it because it said so on the paper and the judge ruled so. So there you go. I don't. Like I say, I don't blame Wilder at all for this. Not at all. I blamed whoever made these contracts. And so maybe Tyson's people, whoever didn't think this through when they signed these contracts.
Apparently, it was Bob Arum from what Kangaroo Jack is saying. He was on holiday. Well, I mean, sometimes when you have the greatest boxer in the world as your fucking thing, you think, and Tyson Fury's not a dummy. He knows that, this is going to be big money in America, at least. Nobody's going to care about it worldwide, but it's definitely going to be an American / Ireland centric.
I don't know. How did the last one do worldwide? I don't know. I mean, probably did pretty well. I'm assuming people know who Deontay Wilder is. Let's say people know who Deontay Wilder is.
Well, yeah, because he's fighting the greatest of all time.
People are aware that he kills people. everyone
Yeah,
but
I
Tyson
don't think he
Fury.
would get the same amount of press that he would.
Without Fury? Oh, of course not. No, but I'm saying they're well aware that he's a formidable opponent and he's someone that can crack people, even though he doesn't have. I mean, the fact that he's that good and beat so many great boxers without the pure boxing skill, right? He can just crush.
I mean, that
people.
Ortiz fight was fucking crazy.
Yes, Ortiz is a really good boxer. He really is.
And for him to just fucking ring it off of that melon of his,
his forehead. Christ. How's that even possible? That's crazy. Anyway, what'd you say? Joshua is fighting at Tottenham. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, Tottenham. Tottenham, where the Spurs play.
Okay.
Let me bring it up here.
Right, the Spurs play in San Antonio, right?
Well, there is a Tottenham in England that is part of the Premier League.
What is
called
that?
The Tottenham Spurs.
That's that basketball?
No, it's soccer, or as people across the pond would say, because I'm classy.
They make stadiums for soccer. I'm kidding.
Let the classy man talk.
I'm kidding. I watched the U.S. men national team play Canada the other Sunday.
How'd that go? We win?
Yeah, we won.
Good. So September 25th, it's going to be at Tottenham Hotspur. It's the Hotspurs. Sorry, Hotspur Stadium. AJ.
I know it's Hotspur, not the Hotspurs. They don't have team names like we do.
No, it's a Hotspur.
Hotspur. Yeah.
And I'm going to put Kangaroo Jack up here because he's amazing and a great chatter here. Yeah, I agree. AJ would get put out by Deontay Wilder. It would have been an Andy Ruiz situation.
I don't know, man.
I think so.
I like the fight. I really like, and I heard this was going to happen at one point. I don't know if it ever will, but I really liked Ruiz and Wilder. I like that fight too.
Yeah, I honestly.
I mean, Ruiz looked great in his last fight.
To be honest with you,
he lost a bunch of weight. Looks awesome.
Gave me a hell of an idea.
Oh, great! Ray has an idea. Holy shit!
If I was a boxing promoter, here's how I would do the whole thing: elimination tournament. 4 men,
like same night, Grand Prix style in Japan.
Well, no, this is like the 90s or like late 80s boxing. They would have tournaments for certain belts, and they would announce that it's a tournament and have like
Friday night on ABC. Okay.
Yes, ESPN actually. Thank you, ESPN, and sometimes HBO pay-per-view.
Well, ABC and ESPN are both owned by Disney, so live on Disney Plus.
Yes. For $30,
yeah, like
they'd make you pay. Fuck, what are you stupid? We're not going to make money off this. That's the CEO of Disney Plus going. We're not going to not sell this for $30. Suck a dick.
Yeah, they're selling Black Widow for $30. Right?
Well, I was going to say, you want to see ScarJo's hot ass and leather?
Yeah, I saw it for $5.
Up that cash.
I saw it for $5.
But what I wanted to say was. 4-man tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship unified belt. You have Wilder versus Ortiz is the first match of that tournament. Mm-hmm. And then for the unified belt, you get AJ versus Fury. And the winner of that the winners of that tournament in the finals gets to fight over the heavyweight championship of the world.
Those aren't the only guys in the mix, though, right? I mean,
it's kind of shallow.
So we talk all the time that we obviously admit that we don't know as much about boxing as we do MMA. But I'm pretty sure that there's more guys. I mean, I don't even know who's the guy that Joshua's fighting. I don't know who that is. I can't even say his name.
His name's Usyk. Alexander Usyk.
Is he Russian? Ukraine? What is he from?
Yeah. He's from Russia.
Uzbekistan? Okay.
Yeah, this is, to me, I mean, it's and I guess Usyk is the current cruiserweight champion. So I did not even know that he's the unified like cruiserweight champion of the world, which is the 211.
Oh,
So that kind of makes sense.
So he's small.
Actually.
Obviously, he's a smaller guy, but so was Joshua. Joshua isn't a real big heavyweight compared to like Fury is obviously a max heavyweight. But
I'm gonna go on a limb, and we're probably gonna lose Kangaroo Jack when I say this, but I only know two of these people: Fury Wilder White, Joyce, and Chisora. I'm gonna have to check those guys out and do a little bit more research to see.
That's basically what I was saying. I was admitting that I didn't know, and I'm sure there was a lot of other guys in that mix because you said that tournament, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's probably 8 would be cool, but I don't know about the guy. Just those are just the guys you know.
Well, also the fact that they have something in common, which is beatings and losings. AJ Ruiz still has that win over AJ, even though he lost handily and got super fat in the fucking.
He was partying, man.
Still, you're the heavyweight champion of the world.
Sure, it's much easier said than done, man. When like no one knows who you are really, and all of a sudden everyone wants to talk to you. And I am the first Mexican. Well, he's American, but Mexican champion, and I get it. He made a mistake. In his next fight, he came back. He looking great. So hopefully he gets another shot at it eventually.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude, because I want to see Andy Ruiz back in that title picture. Because again, love the Hispanic population.
Oh yeah, all of them. You love them all, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Even Cuba. Viva la revolucion.
You didn't say that with a taco bowl in front of you.
No, I did not. I did not grab my sombrero because I do not own one, sir.
You know what? It would be on brand for the show for you to have a sombrero. Like I feel like you need more props. You need more props. You need a monocle. You need a new top hat. You need a sombrero.
Honestly, he should stay in the UFC. This is actually a good question too. Change of subject. Should Conor McGregor call it a day or do some prize fights against YouTubers? I don't want to see him fight fucking YouTubers until he's 40.
I don't either. Yeah,
I want to wait till he's 40.
Yeah, give him at least 7 more years and then they can start fighting YouTubers. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, not until he's 40. That's a good call.
Yeah.
But no, we talked about this before too. But no, I think he can still fight, man. I think he can still fight. Just because you say he was losing the round to Poirier. Again, you see fights all the time where guys are getting their ass kicked in the first round and come back and win. Oliveira just did it, right? So that happens all the time. Also, I think Conor was actually looking all right. And who knows what was going on with that injury beforehand. He claims he may have had, I don't know. If he did or didn't, it doesn't really matter. The thing is, can he still beat a lot of the guys in the UFC? Yes. So go ahead, keep fighting, man. If you want to do it, listen, if he wants to do it, if he wants to show up and keep fighting, because he obviously doesn't have to, right? And he doesn't want to be embarrassed. So he's going to come ready to fight. And why wouldn't he? So no, keep fighting, man. Keep fighting in the UFC. And if I had to guess, this next fight would, I don't know, it might be Poirier.
Tony Ferguson.
What? That's dumb.
I was thinking Tony Ferguson would be.
No, either Nate Diaz or Poirier again. I don't really want to see him fight Poirier again, really. But the Diaz fight needs to happen eventually. So just get that done. They're both coming off losses, but it doesn't matter. I still want to see it. Do it.
Yeah, I would love to see him versus Nate. I didn't like the fact that it was for a title shot unless it was for Poirier only. Conor should have.
It's not a thing they do unless someone misses weight.
I'm aware, but it's to me that Diaz fight, bless you, is perfect and rife. Everybody in the MMA world, if you were to announce Conor versus Nate 3, the world would glow with joy. Rainbows would break out. Song of an Irish nature would be throughout every household in this country.
Well, first of all, obviously he has to get healthy, right? And that's going to take a while. But after that, that needs to happen. There's no good reason if he's healthy or gets healthy eventually that fight shouldn't happen. It should happen. Do you see? I knew they keep doing this shit, man. I knew they did it once, then they're going to keep doing it. Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler again, which is the first time in like 12 years or some shit. I forget how long it's been. Oh, I think longer than that. I think it was 2004. So long ass time, 17 years. 5 rounds in Vegas. Done.
I mean,
I don't like
Nick's
to do it.
Been running ultra marathons, so
I don't say that's a problem. I just think it's weird they're doing it, man. Like you're just gonna Okay. Why did those two guys deserve 5 rounds? Because they'll make money. Well, they
Yeah.
make money at a 3-round fight too, man. Doesn't matter. I mean, and also you already have 2 title fights on that card. Like what? All right, whatever.
The Diaz boys get 5.
Apparently.
Yeah, I think they're the only ones that can put that in their contract, and everybody goes, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, but what if like both these guys are such a shell of what they used to be that it's just hanging on each other for 5 rounds, and we're like, oh shit, they should not have let this go 5 rounds. Fuck.
I don't think it's gonna go 5.
I doubt it's gonna be that, but what if it was, man? What if it was? And it's just a real sad old guy fight for 25 minutes. That'd be awful. That'd be away from the stop doing that shit though, maybe.
Kangaroo Jack, I'd break out the red panties.
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, to me, that would be, if they announced that, I would run down the street like Will Ferrell in Old School.
Should have done it years ago. Well, that should have happened instead of the. I mean, listen, he made so much money at the Mayweather fight. I don't blame him at all for doing that. But that's the MMA fight that made sense at that time. But the Mayweather thing, hey, good for him. That's fine. I mean, listen, I would have done the same thing probably. It's a lot of money.
Yeah,
and you're not expected to win, and you don't have to. So there you go. Don't blame him at all. It is weird though. Now, like the belt doesn't matter. It should. I mean, it matters to some people, but like if Poirier said, okay, hey, you have 2 choices. Either you can do Conor for the 4th time, or you can fight Oliveira for the title. What do you think he's going to go with right now? He's going to go with the money. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
he's not going to make what he made.
Money at him.
Yeah, he's not going to make what he made on the Conor fight, on the Oliveira fight. So which is it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I get it. Again, I get it, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't do. I don't know. It depends. Other people have different opinions on what the belt means. Excuse me. So I don't think everyone would do that, but it makes sense. I mean, I get that he does it. I can't really blame him too much. Just kind of a bummer. Yeah. That's all. From a spectator perspective, it's kind of a bummer.
See, I look at it as, and I said it early in the show, fighting is entertainment. And I look at it as the greatest form of entertainment. And to be honest with you, to have, the money that's going around right now in MMA, which wasn't there before, is nice. Where, these guys were making just like shit, $100,000. Now Conor raised everybody up, and a lot of guys took the ball, which is great. But there's this big money period in MMA. I see it being a 5-year trend, and we are already in probably year 3 of that trend.
And again, I know those numbers look big, but when you say that it's like less than 15% of the revenue of the UFC is what these guys are getting paid, even when Conor gets paid. Look, Conor is underpaid. He really is. For the money that he makes people, he's underpaid. Yeah. I know when you see that and you work a normal job, most people would be like, that's too much fucking money. But you see like how much he's worth and how much that he makes his employers, then yeah, he's underpaid. But anyway, I just looked. I didn't look before. 264 had 1.8 million buys, which makes it the 2nd highest ever.
Yeah,
next to Conor and Khabib. Yeah. So it outsold the last one by like 200,000 pay-per-views. So
interesting.
Yeah, it surprised me actually. I didn't think it would after Conor getting knocked out. So the point is, I mean, if they get more pay-per-views after he loses a fight the way he did in the 2nd Poirier fight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Diaz and McGregor would sell over 1 million for sure. Still, I guaranteed it would.
Oh yeah, I honestly think they'd probably do 3. They might break the $3 million or the 3 million view mark for a 4th fight. I honestly think you would break that because you would just have every clip from every fight right there, knowing that the injury is right there, and then fuck it, let's go.
Eventually, they need to put a super card together and get in that Death Star.
Yes,
in Vegas. I want that to happen so bad. That'd be fun. I don't even know if that would be a good place to watch a fight. Probably not. It's a giant stadium. It probably wouldn't even be. It'd be fun to be there, but I don't know if it'd be a good place to watch. You'd be watching on the jumbotron mostly.
Yeah,
but it'd be fun to be there.
Fuck yeah, and that's I would love. Sorry guys, kind of high tonight. Um, I would love to. That would be my ideal first MMA fight in Las Vegas. Would be Allegiant Stadium. That would be so just to be in that crowd would be fun.
That'd be fun. It would be fun.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're talking what 60-some thousand people. Yeah, I mean, what is that? Probably it depends what the card is. You get a McGregor and a Jones on that card, man, together. Fuck yeah, or something like that.
It'd probably be like 70,000 with people on the
It's
field.
more than that. We looked it up before. It's more than that. It's more than that. I think it's up to close to 80 or something. It's a lot. But yeah, I'm sure they want to get there eventually. But they're I mean, finally they're gonna have football games there this year, and they're playing the Gold Cup final there too. I just found that out. So
I heard Garth Brooks sold it out.
Of course he did. Dude, that guy, I think he's the biggest selling music artist in the world, I think, or at least in America. He is.
One of, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how big that guy is. And he's so weird. You ever watch like the Your Mom's House of Tom Segura shit when they it's funny because it's right, because he is so weird. It's like,
he is.
But it happens though, I think. I mean, you get that famous, you're not going to be a normal person.
No.
You wouldn't think.
Chris
I mean,
Gaines.
for that long, you wouldn't like you're gonna be a bit different, man. But hey, you know what? If he wasn't so big, I'd like to see him too. But I don't think I want to see him with 800,000 people or whatever.
No,
with 100,000 people or whatever it was when he played at Notre Dame Stadium for like 90,000 people.
Oh God.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that fun for me, really.
That'd be panic-inducing.
Pretty much, man. I mean, yeah, it'd be fun when you see him play the songs, but number one, you can barely see him. He's a little dark because we get the cheap seats, obviously, right? And then getting in and out of there, you're just 90,000 people, right? That's the worst thing about going to sporting events is getting in and out of there.
Yes.
That's going to be the worst thing about this Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley fight we're going to.
Oh my God, can't wait!
Do you even know how much tickets are going to be? You have any clue?
Probably like the worst seat in the house is going to be at least a little over 100. You would think.
All right.
Like,
are you gonna listen? You're gonna buy them. Just buy them on a Venmo you or whatever. Do whatever if whatever or one of us has to do. I don't know, dude. Maybe I should be the guy. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of because I think I have to use your favorite website, which is SeatGeek. Because I think they go through that, yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, if we never went to that Pirates game, we'd have a bunch of credit. We can get some badass seats, but we did go to the Pirates game, and they ripped us off. So, wait, SeatGeek isn't that secondary? It's only secondary market, I thought. You don't want to get on the secondary market because it'll be insane. It'll be too expensive. But we have to get on the day of and try to get them the day of.
All right. I'm looking at ticket listings. Oh, I don't have an access code. Go fuck yourselves. God damn it.
Oh, so we don't get any cool pre-sale? We don't have any?
No.
Do you know anyone who knows the Paul brothers up in Westlake? You know anybody who knows the Pauls up in Westlake?
No.
I saw today that there's a rumor about Logan Paul and Anderson Silva. Dumb. It's dumb.
I would buy it.
Dumb. I don't want to see anybody fight. Listen, if he's going to fight like he fought Mayweather, they're just going to play patty cake the whole time. I don't want to see that. I'm pretty sure that Woodley and Paul are going to fight each other. Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. I assume that's going to be a fight. Who else is on that card? Have they announced that yet? Anybody good?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I mean, listen, as long as they put some real, I'm sure they put a couple real boxers on that card. I think I heard they put a pretty big women's fight on there. I think that's what I heard. I don't remember who it was, but that's good.
No, yeah, I want to go to this, and tickets go on sale.
I also want to see a freak show. I want to see a former baseball player and like a golfer. I want to see. I want to see Rafael Palmeiro and John Daly. That's what I want to see.
I would love to see
David Wells and John Daly. That's what I want.
I want to get what's his name? I want to get Jose Canseco another fight.
It's good. I like that too.
Make him fall down again.
Sure. Take a dive.
Oh man. Good times, Tim.
All right, let's run through these fights because we didn't really do that.
No, not yet. So
Islam is the man. He's so good. He's so good. He smothers people. He's so good. Again, I think he could beat anyone in his division right now. Who's he going to fight next? I don't know. He said he wants to fight RDA. Okay, that's fine, but I don't think RDA has a shot. I love RDA. He's great. I don't think he has a shot. I really don't. He's the man. So just give him whatever fight gets him closer to the title, man, because that's what I want to see. I want to see him fight for a belt, and I'll release the top 5. There's a lot of great guys there: Chandler and Gaethje and Poirier and Charlie Olive's the champion. So yeah, one of those guys. But if he has to go to through RDA first, fine, do that first, and then let's see him fight somebody else up there too. He's great. He's so good.
Yeah, this was a dominant performance by Makhachev, and I was very happy at the fact that he looked the same way he did, and I've said it before. Rotten Religion, amazing fighter.
And you should have named this episode "Converting to Islam Fan."
I should have messaged you for that. Although if I would have messaged you, you're like, no, I don't have anything.
No, I would have said that. So I did think of that.
Yeah, dude, it was a great one. The next fight, I have to say,
she looked so good.
She looked very good. She looked
hot. She looked great.
I loved the cornrows. It was quite nice to see the braids in there. She looked dominant from the get. And I have to look up her name. Why can't I remember her name?
Marion Renault.
Marion Renault for the first round, looked good, and then all of a sudden it's, oh hey, yeah, she's 44, and Misha just kept a pace that she couldn't handle.
And I understand why they gave Misha that fight. It's been a long time since she fought, almost 5 years, and you don't know for sure what she's gonna look like. So they gave her Renault, that's her last fight, so she's going out on a big fight, and she hasn't won in a while. But I understand why they gave her that fight. But now that she showed how ready she is and how good she looked, she's gonna get somebody tough next. Like she's gonna probably get a ranked. They're gonna throw her in there with the ranked girls. I'm assuming.
Who do you think?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the rankings for 135. Maybe somewhere in between 15 and 10, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I agree. On that number. For sure. I was kind of when we were at Presque Isle, me and my friend Shauna, we went to that after we went to Kevin Downey. I actually waited to I love D-Rest. D-Rest, get him one. Yes. He's gotten frustrated with you, Tim. He's getting you a new Browns t-shirt.
Why?
I don't know. He just doesn't like what you're wearing, I guess.
Because I wear the same one like every third episode. I don't know.
You got to have like a dog on there, son. I'm wearing
because I keep doing this. That's because I have Tourette's, man. This is Tourette's. So leave me alone. This is Tourette's thing.
I'm wearing my John Cena t-shirt today because he came back to the WWE now because he's promoting the Suicide Squad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But not in Taiwan.
Don't get me started on that.
What are we gonna do, man? They've already won.
Not yet.
Or they're winning. They're winning. They're far ahead.
There's gonna be a famine in a couple years. And nobody's fucking over there. So
what? Well, hey, they can have 2 kids
their
now.
Their population is waiting to have kids more now. So
they can have 2 kids now. They used to only be able to have 1. Now they can have 2.
Yeah.
And it's like 80% dudes over there. So
as long as you're not Uyghur, as long as you're not in the camp.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
so
just saying, we're gonna become a hard global politics show.
No, I'm considering going solo and making that like that kind of thing, but also an interview show.
Yeah, that's all you, man. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll ride that bullet.
Don't even mention this show on your show.
Oh, I will.
Or your show on this show. Don't do it ever.
I will. Why? I don't give a fuck anymore, Tim.
Well, I do.
Don't. But yeah, man. Like, I was glad for Misha to look as good as she did.
No. D-Resta says it's because I have this. Yeah. I wouldn't have said, well, yeah, I do because I have because I keep getting fatter, so I have 3 shirts that fit. Well, I mean, I have more shirts that fit, but usually it's like a rotation of 3 shirts I have.
Well, in D-Rest's defense, he's also giving you an out here.
It's not though. It's just a shirt I like. That's all.
Why
Why'd
is
you do
oh
that
my
way?
god damn it.
Better.
I got some weird thing that came up on my thing. Now I can't take D-Rest off here.
Listen, if I could afford many shirts, I'd have many shirts. Okay. These, a good brown shirt is like $20-$30, man. And now I have to get them super fat now. So that's extra clothing. That's extra cloth, right?
Well,
you can fit
that's
8 people who made this shirt in this shirt. Which is very unfortunate and probably true.
But as long if it's your lucky shirt, he's okay with that.
But I said it wasn't. It's just a good shirt I like.
Okay. Got a bunch of new shit popped up.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I wear like 5 shirts in this entire podcast. I have like my OU shirt. I got a Kent State shirt. I got a couple of Indian shirts and a brown shirt. That's about it, probably. And my sweatshirts, but that's when it's cooler outside. Yes, do 3X now. I can handle 2X, but yeah, since I gained the last like 20 pounds, I'm doing 3X.
Yeah, I'm giving up on. Well, I'm drinking. I wish I had diet. Usually, I get diet for my vodkas.
I always drink diet with my alcohol, but it's because it's too sweet when I have normal. It's like if I drink regular Coke with a bourbon, like my father does, it's too sweet. I think it's too sweet. I like Coke Zero.
That's why I like it. I love Jack and Coke. It's so good.
I mean, it's good without all the sugar. I don't know.
Oh, it's so nice.
Oh. All right, so who was after Misha and Renault?
Oh yeah, Jeremy Stevens coming back. Just
was he? Did he fight? I mean, I saw him in the cage. I didn't see him fight.
That was one of the more frozen times I've ever seen Jeremy Stevens. He was smiling. He was trying to get people into it. When he was like trying to bring his hands up, I think he was trying to get himself into this. Like, wake up, fucker, because Maserat just smothered him, got him in the Kimura, and it was over, son.
That's not the kind of guy I want to see Jeremy Stevens fight at this point in his career. I want to see him fight somebody who wants to also knock him out. Like I want to see bloody brawls with. Listen, I still want to see him in the UFC, and I still want to see him fight. But like, I think BKFC is calling Jeremy Stevens. Like they're waiting for him to be off of his contract because he'd be perfect for them. But I love Jeremy Stevens, but he was just fighting the dude who was just better at something than he was, and then he just smothered him, and it was pretty quick done that way.
Yeah, Gamrot definitely fucking came out of the gate looking to just grapple, and the fact that he was able to create the chaos to get into a sitting Kimura position is fucked up. Like, that guy really knows his scrambling, and just Jeremy Stevens was not focused on Saturday at all, son.
I don't really think it mattered. I think he was going to get caught anyway by that guy.
I mean, if you had a good, confident Jeremy Stevens, I could see his striking.
Well, that's never really been his thing anyway.
But I could see him being more on point than he was. Because, I mean, Gamrot came right out of the gate looking to fucking grapple. So it was like and Jeremy Stevens just did not think that was going to happen instead of just throwing fists like he's good at.
Again, I want to see him fight someone who's going to stand with him. I don't care who it is, but I like to see Jeremy Stevens fight, and I like to see him fight like that. I want to see a bloody brawl with Jeremy Stevens. That Clausse fight would have been a good fight, but Jeremy Stevens just said he's not going to fight someone who is as unsportsmanlike as Clausse or something like that. I'm like, you pushed him, bro. Like, it's kind of weird that he's talking shit about Clausse when like he was the one who pushed him.
Yeah,
he's the one that fucked him up. All right, whatever.
You get dummies. I mean, he did try to call out Conor McGregor and got asked who the fuck is that guy. So Jeremy Stevens not the brightest bulb in the drawer. Rodolfo Vieira though definitely was, because
was he
talked about it early. He didn't go in. He was more he was like sort of hesitant, and then figured it out in the third round.
Yeah, he has to find a happy medium there, though, because I think he was actually a bit too hesitant. But he did figure it out eventually. He just is a better grappler than almost everyone he's going to fight. But you can't gas out. You got to figure that. Which is weird because I mean he won so many submission grappling tournaments, right? So I mean, obviously he's has some sort of cardio. However, you can kind of stall in some of those tournaments. You see that sometimes. Some of those no time limit ones, you can stall a little bit because you're not going to hit, right? So
No.
I'm not saying anything bad about those tournaments. I mean, those guys are great, but I'm just saying this is a different style of sport. Yeah, he's good. Obviously, like I said, he's better at that part of the game than anybody he's going to fight in the middleweight division. However, he's got to figure that cardio out because he obviously had a little bit of an issue with it, and it wasn't that much longer, that long since his last fight. Excuse me, when he gassed out against Fluffy Hernandez. So, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of changes he could have done. I'm sure he's probably is better, but I don't know. I just hope he figures it out. Whatever it is, I hope he figures it out.
I was also
Did he have COVID at one point? I mean, maybe that it could be a lot of things.
Could be.
We assume because he's just ripped. That's part of it, but it's not necessarily why it is.
That Billy Quarantillo fight was dope.
Yeah, it was, man.
That shot off the main card pretty well, my friend.
Yeah, but Benitez was a late replacement. I forget who he's supposed to fight. Little Habib, the Nurmagomedov brother, one of them. Those guys. But this guy Benitez came in relatively late, and it still was a favorite. He was supposed to win this fight, even though he was coming in late. But Quarantillo fought tough, man. He kind of had it the majority of the time he's winning this fight, but Benitez was always right there until he got that submission late, and that was great. It's always good to see a good war, then a submission at the end. That's why I love a good third round submission, especially in a close fight. It's awesome.
He's so good.
Now, and the fourth round submission, the Islam fight, wasn't quite like that because he was just smothering him the whole time. You're like, okay, when is he going to get him? Eventually, he's going to get him, and he did. Against a guy who's a fan. I mean, listen, if it was anybody else, he probably would have got him before then. But Diego Moses is a fantastic jiu-jitsu guy. It's just he just got pounded into the ground by this guy. He just smothered him until he had nothing left, and then he choked him out. So, dude, that guy's so good.
The Daniel Rodriguez fight was dope. Such good fights.
Yeah, this guy came out that win against Mike Perry, right? And then this is a new dude, this Parsons dude, Preston. You think a guy named Preston's ever going to want to fight?
No.
Listen, I'm sure he's tough, and I'm sure he will win fights, but Rodriguez, I mean, this is another, I forget who he was supposed to fight. This guy's a late replacement, but Rodriguez has been running him off, man, to wins. He's been looking good. Did you watch Amanda Lemos fight against
I did.
Ruiz? It's unfortunate because this time we didn't really get a shot to look at her tattoos. She has a good
they're so good.
What's the guy's name? Sam Haig? Or what's that guy's name?
Sam Haig.
Haig. Yeah, from what did I just see him in?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think what I just saw him in. I don't know. It wasn't 1,000 Corpses. It wasn't that.
Trying to think.
I don't know. He played a lawyer. What movie was that?
I do not know.
No. Can't think of it. I'll think of it later, but it'll drive me nuts. No, he didn't play. He put a judge. Anyway, not important. But anyway, yeah, dude, this chick's nuts. Ruiz, like she was out for sure. Definitely was out in that punch.
Yeah,
got crushed. But it was weird. She popped back up to her feet because I thought there was no shot of that happening, and she did. But I don't think she knew where she was. Like she was walking, but I don't think her legs were there, but her head wasn't.
Yeah,
it was weird. It wasn't a bad stoppage. I don't think anyone said it was, even though she did pop right back up, but she was definitely done. I mean, she got crushed. This Lemos chick is a monster, man. She knocks. Man, that knockout was nasty.
Yeah, that was a dope knockout. We had two decisions on this card. Sergey Morozov just did very well against Khalid Taha. And then Francisco Figueiredo, the little
Frankie
brother,
Figs.
He looked good, but Malcolm Gordon looked better. Like I thought.
Well, good for Malcolm Gordon, man, because this is his first win in the UFC. I think he's won his first couple. So his back was against the wall. He felt like it was, and he fought really tough. And he fought a guy he was favored to get beat by. I wasn't going to pick him on this fight, but he fought great and did a good job against, a bit of a legacy, right? This guy, his brother is the man. He's pretty tough too, but he was originally supposed to fight Jimmy Fick. Was it Fick? Remember that jiu-jitsu guy, like who's missing a tooth from Oklahoma?
Yeah.
He retired. Did we talk about that? Because like it was weird that he just retired because he's like I forget what he does. He has like a union job where he has insurance, and he's like they don't have insurance. I have a family. I don't like. It was really sad, and it really like you see people show how much Poirier and Connor made, and like, oh, you're talking about fighter pay. What are you talking about fighter pay? I'm like, listen to Jimmy Fick. That's why you're talking about fighter pay. That's why, because the guy stopped fighting because it was a better option for his family for him not to fight.
Well,
so there you go. Mean, like, we're not talking about the people on top. We're talking about the middle and the bottom.
Well, yeah, but that's even like that in boxing.
But and at the same time, and we are talking. We're talking about the top two because we said Connor is technically underpaid.
Yeah.
Even though you're like, how can $23 million be underpaid? Well, because of how much money the UFC made off of him. That's why. 15% of revenue. That's why. Compared to what boxing pays, which is a lot more than that. So technically he is. Is it a lot of money? Yes. Does he get paid more than most people? Yes. Is he complaining? I don't think he's complaining, but I don't he might be. But I'm going to say he has an argument.
Yeah.
I understand what people are saying. Like, how can that be being underpaid? But I'm like, it is though.
Yeah.
And then we talked about that heavyweight fight. That was good.
Yeah. That was very good.
Nascimento.
Nascimento Ferreira versus Baudot, which was, I mean, it was one of those things where you could tell Baudot was kind of waning a little, that he gets caught, and Nascimento goes in for it, and good for him on that. Faux shizzle, sir.
Yeah, you didn't think it was going to be like that after the first round, Baudot looked fantastic. But it happens. Who was this weekend? You had Sandhagen and
Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear Dillashaw said that he didn't think that his PEDs actually did anything for him? That makes sense. Why would you take them then, man? That's weird.
Because TJ's a dick.
That's probably the correct answer. There you go. That's
TJ's
just
an asshole.
The right answer. It's just him. And like his whole thing with all the preview shows about him just acting like he's a victim. Like, dude, you're not a fucking dude. Pete, listen. Sometimes maybe there is a tainted supplement, and some stuff it's not. There are levels to these PEDs, and like EPO is a serious one.
Yeah,
it's up there, man. It's like that's a hardcore cheater drug right there. Is EPO. So, yeah, you get no sympathy from me, and you shouldn't get any from anyone, man. You cheated. You cheated. Don't pretend like. Why the fuck did you do it if it didn't help you at all? Really? Okay, that makes sense.
Oh my god!
Like, listen. If you have high cholesterol and you get on Lipitor and it doesn't work, they're gonna take you off Lipitor. You know, you wouldn't keep. You know what I'm saying? Why would you take something that doesn't fucking work? You wouldn't. So shut up. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just dumb shit talk by a dumbass motherfucker with a great trainer and a nice guy. And you know what?
Ludwig. Yeah, he yelled at you for not bowing on the mat, and he should have. So
yeah, no, I fully agree. Like I bowed out in and out of the mat every time after that out of fear. So
you're supposed to be respect, not fear. But either way, I mean, I guess fear can be a sign of respect sometimes.
But it's Dwayne Ludwig. I don't want him to like kick my head off or punch me.
You know what fight I didn't realize was on this card, and I think it's on the main card. Macy Barber and Miranda Maverick. That should be fun.
Yeah,
I like that matchup. They're both
Macy Barber.
Couple tough, really tough young flyweights.
Barber,
Dr. Maverick.
The thickness.
She's the one with the PhD. I like them both. They're both great fighters.
Oh, I'll take the thickness.
Okay.
All day. Oh, so good, so hot.
She's like at 125.
Still hot.
That actress that's in Black Widow, Florence Pugh. She looks like a fighter. She looks like a little power pack 125, especially in Black Widow. And she was also in. She played Paige in that wrestling movie.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, I can't remember.
Fighting with My Family.
Oh okay, yeah.
And she was in that too.
I think we should call it a night, buddy.
Why? Is it because you can't stay awake? You look like you're about to fall over.
Yeah, because I've been up since 6:30 in the morning.
That makes sense.
And I've been drinking since I got home. So
That's new for you.
no, it's really not. Pulled 5 mice out of a roof or a ceiling today. So
Okay.
seen shit. Oh, what a cute puppy.
She's
Love
sleeping.
it.
She's done. Lola. Hi. You
Oh,
say hi?
Lola.
Lola. L-O-L-A, Lola.
She walks like a beagle but barks like a
A lab.
shepherd. La la Lola.
Lame.
La 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 Lola.
Lame.
Da 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 doga.
This is why no one watches us. Should we just quit? All right, we're quitting. We're done.
All
We're
right.
done, everybody.
See you later, guys. Have a good night.
Man, you know, Kate. I hope Casey's okay.
Yeah.
When he's not here,
yeah.
I just hope he's all right.
We'll see you at the Kumite, motherfuckers.